up. Okay. Video session number 2.
Take 4,000.
Today I look cute.
Yes.
And I did not look cute last time.
That's
I
a
look
lie.
cuter, according to my man.
Anyway, moving forward.
So today we're going to talk about different things you can do with your time during quarantine to try to cover your tracks financially. And a couple things that Jarrett taught me and helped me do over the last couple days, which are helping me feel much more financially secure and helping the anxiety levels go down a couple notches.
All right. So some of the things that we had talked about, we're just really trying to get to the root of what was causing a lot of this anxiety, some of this stress, and a lot of it just boiled down to uncertainty. And once we started...
I'm so thankful I'm dating a financial advisor.
So as I was saying, as you would say, you're welcome.
Yes,
right,
you're welcome.
Right. So is uncertainty, right? And not knowing, that's what people are afraid of, the unknown, right? So I said, well, what would make it better? And she said, well, if things were just literally as clear as black and white, no pun intended, but it just worked in this example. So we decided to just take a real concrete look at what it is that she's doing from a financial perspective, taking a look at checking accounts, whether it would be on her personal side and also maybe on her business side. If I talk too much about your stuff, you can shut me up.
I'm like, I'm taking the mic.
Yeah.
So then after that, we just went through my checking accounts and my business credit cards, and we went through all the different transactions over the last couple months, and we found any subscriptions that I might have been paying for every month that were a little ridiculous, and I saved myself over $250 a month. And we found a fraudulent charge from last month for $485 that I completely missed, so I got a refund. So far I'm up like $750.
Right, not bad. Every now and then a boyfriend has to earn his keep around here, you know what I mean?
He got dinner out of me.
I did get, and clean dishes.
I did wash his dishes for that one.
True. So yeah, I think just, being in the mindset of, like I said last time, we were on here, was just being proactive and staying ahead of things, just making sure that whatever it is that's bringing her stress or anxiety, we can find a way to squash that, because she's a great person all around. She's also even better when she's not stressed or anxious. So I love that person. I love both, but if I had to choose one to be with all the time, I choose the latter.
Crazy one. It's the crazy one. I'm a Gemini, so that's what.
Me too.
Yes.
I'm a Gemini too, but that's a whole different conversation. But anyway, so yeah, just make sure you take a look at your accounts. Obviously, life was a lot crazier before coronavirus, but now that we have some extra time, sit down, close out all the distractions, look at all the expenses that are coming out of your account, look at all the income that's coming in. Hopefully you guys are all having an income still. If not, this is definitely a call to action for you, because obviously we don't know when the money's going to run out.
And that leads us to our next note.
Great segue. Go ahead.
So the next couple things that Jarrett helped me with was figuring out ways that I can get money during this time in case my landlord decided not to defer my rent, like you guys saw in the last video, which we have to correct because they came through and they did defer us for a little bit. So you know who you are. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. Thank you. But anyway, so we applied for a couple different loans and grants for my business, and some of these things I didn't really understand, so Jarrett broke some of them down for me. So we figured we would help break them down for other small business owners in the community.
Right. So a lot of there's a lot of information going around right now about what is for a business owner, what is a grant, what is a loan, what is a zero interest loan. So we just wanted to offer a little bit of clarity, in this world of crazy right now. Once again, we're not experts on any one of these individually because they just came out within the past week or two. So, we're just going through it as diligently as we can to do our due diligence to help bring some information to you. So if it works for you, great. If not, don't call us or text me like she said in the last time.
Don't slide into his DMs.
Don't slide into my DMs. Yeah, stay away. Shoot, fly, shoot. So the first one that we looked at, was for a business owner. Her situation is really unique. And the cool thing is, as an individual, as Caitlin, some know her as Kate, some know her as Lash Madam, some know her as, she got all sorts of trade names, as they say. She's an individual, when she files, but she also has a business, right? An LLC. So technically they're two separate pieces. And without getting into too much detail, the reason why we looked at loans that were applicable for the business side is because on the personal, that's pretty much taken care of and all set. It is what it is. But on the business side, the first one we saw was called the Paycheck Protection Program, right? So that's administered through the SBA, which is Small Business Administration. And that one was created for small businesses, but you have to meet their guidelines of what a small business really is. So you got to make sure you go to their website to find out what that is, to see if you meet that before you even listen any further about this one section. We got 3 to give you total. The second one is it was created to help keep small businesses up and running, but it was also to incentivize them to keep employees hired and paid. So it's a little bit unique because this money does not have to get paid back to the government, which is interesting. However, the stipulation and the criteria is that 75% of the money that you receive from them, you actually have to use towards payroll, right? So if it's $10,000 that you get, $7,500 has to go towards payroll or keeping your people. And then on top of that, the 25% can go to rent, mortgage, utilities, or whatever else takes to run your business or working capital. So that's the PPP through the Small Business Administration. Anything to say on that one?
That one was being pushed a lot, but what I liked was someone like me doesn't have employees. I like my girls to be as free as they possibly can because I think that makes them the happiest. And so all of my girls are independently contracted, running all of their own businesses under one roof.
And what's the one again?
She's Salon.
She's Salon. Right.
But so that one didn't apply to me, unfortunately. So then we started looking into a different one that I was able to apply to. So if you are someone like me or you're independent and it's just you working for your brand, that's also applicable.
Right. So the next one, so number 2, is called the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Emergency. So this one is set up once again for small businesses. Specifically created as a response to the coronavirus, COVID-19, and has helped to offset a loss of revenue for those small businesses, right? You can get up to a total of $10,000. Furthermore, it's not described as a grant. It's not described as
it says a loan. It's a loan advance.
A loan per se, but the exact terminology, I'm just going to look down and read it, is Economic Injury Disaster Loan Advance. So it's quite a mouthful. It may be applicable for you and your business. It may not be, but the key here is it doesn't have to be repaid, which is pretty interesting. But it does supply up to $10,000 for your business.
What I thought was nice about it too is like when I got on the website, I got like super nervous, started chewing the fingernails again because it said it was going to take 2.5 hours to fill out the application. But once we get on there, it took us like 45 minutes. Maybe it was really quick.
But that's because we got distracted by Lily.
A couple times.
Food.
So maybe like 30 minutes it'll take.
The bunny.
Simple. And it doesn't have to be paid back. So it's worth it even if you only get $1,000.
All right. So the last one is actually through the city of Rochester, the wonderful city that we live in and where her business is located in. And this one is once again for businesses only, small businesses in the city of Rochester, just to be specific.
We have to give credit where credit's due because we heard about this one from our girl Julie Hares.
Whoop,
if you want a female that knows finances, she's great to be hit up also.
Yeah. Also a financial advisor as well. So very knowledgeable, very resourceful, and always looking to move the community forward and empowering women from day one.
Hey, Julie.
Cuckoo! Right. So anyway, this is actually called the Business Emergency Retention Grant Program that was created to offer assistance during difficult and challenging times such as this, or as a response to national emergencies or times of crises. Obviously, this COVID-19 does apply to that. And what they do is they offer a grant, right? So that grant is actually for $2,000, and it actually can be used towards working capital to keep your business afloat and keep moving it forward. Obviously, this is a tough time for a lot of people, but it looks like the city's starting to step up. Not that they never did, but COVID-19 crippled a lot of municipalities, but somehow they found a way to just continue to persevere. So kudos to them, and thanks again to Julie for that tidbit of information. So like I said, there's a lot of information going around right now. So the first one was Paycheck Protection Program, number 1. Number 2, Economic Injury Disaster Loan Emergency. Number 3, Business Emergency.
You're covering my cute face.
Business Emergency
Beauty.
Retention Grant Program through the city. Beauty and the Beast, through the city of Rochester. We're already at 9 minutes and 23 seconds. Why not
I'm not broke anymore either.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's better now. It's funny. We're done with the anxiety and she's good. So anyway, thanks for watching. This is kind of fun. We need theme music for next time. Stay scheming. No, I was kidding. That's really bad.